What is up, guys? Tony here at Geek Legion Games, and we are back from the lab. Very long week. I've been curating this deck and perfecting it as much as possible, and with playtesting for a whole week up until EX-03 and a little bit after EX-03 was released. This deck's a monster now. I'm going to tell you that real quick. But before I get to all the details of it, please sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. If you already subscribed to the channel, hello and welcome again. And without further ado, let's just dive right on in. Alright, to start off with the Digimon. Sorry that the camera is shaking a little bit. Should be straightened out soon. We are running 4 Vixies. The only egg you really need to run out of 4 of, because we're only running 4 rookies, which are right here, or Salamons. Just pair this up on the egg, push it out, draw some cards when you're playing some options. And then when you're at 3 or lower on your security stack, just swing with Salamon and get a recovery. That's all you need to do. It's just fodder. Up next after that, Magna Angies. If you got 4, run the 4. There's no... That's it. Just run it at 4. If you have 3, you can run it at 3. There are going to be times where you're wishing that you need to see it, so that's what it stinks about it if you have it at 3. So, but there's really no substitutes for it unless you're running one more Angies. So Angiewomon here on play just gives something like 2 security. So if you only have 3 of this guy, you probably bump this one up, or you can bump the Maycrack up here, which we have a one up here. This one Maycrack's a spice for level 6 purple Digimon, which we'll get that in a minute. That's the secret spice of the deck. It's actually not Death X. But on play of this, you'll be playing with our Flame Hell Scythe sometimes, or if you really need to play it at 6, just trash 1 card. If it's purple, delete basically a rookie. If you're trashing in yellow, you give next 3,000. Cool tech about this with Flame Hell Scythe, you can target something for 6, then you get this out, ditch a dual color, pop a rookie, and then finish it off the other, so you get rid of 2 Digimon. That's what I really like about that. Then our boss level 6 Digimon for yellow is Venusmon. I had this at 2, bumped it up to 3, because we're not actually playing Holy Waves in here, or it's actually Holy Flame, sorry. Yeah, it is Holy Flame, just making sure. Because she's right here. Just when Digivolving in any of these 3, it just does exactly that. Gives next security to the whole thing, and it actually just skill jams. It's actually way better. And then we'll also go through the options of why I'm not actually playing Holy Flame. But and then also on your opponent's turn, they can't activate when attacking, when Digivolving, which is huge against Jesmon, because that's all they want to do. So it just basically just nullifies their entire stack, and they're just swinging 1 check, and then it could just get deleted with all that good stuff. Then obviously Death X is in here too. Run this at a 3. Yeah, I'm glad I got these when they're like $40 a piece, not when they're like $80, $85 right now. But if you got these lying around, run this at 3. I did run it at 2. 2 is fine, but now that the shop is running more Digimon, especially like Hydramon, I really want to see this card more. So that's why we bumped it up to a 3. And the actual spice to the deck, because as you see here, there are no Junos and no Avenge Kids. We are running the Creepymon. If we are going against the Mirror, this card just single-handedly beats them. You know why? Because they're gonna have you're gonna have no cards in deck. They may have the Avenge Kid in hand. It's like, oh, I could just deck my opponent here, so I'm just gonna hold on to it. You Digivolve this on top of this. Draw your card, still in your turn, swing and mill them 9 cards, and basically you probably just beat them, because then when they go to draw, there's not going to be a deck left. So hold on to this card if you're going against the Mirror. I've actually played this against Adam, and this card single-handedly just beat him twice, and it's insane. Swings in, just mills them out, and then they don't know what to do after that. Well, that'll be it for the Digimon. We're going to get to our Tamers. Alright, so for the Tamers, and if you're also a Setcom player who's playing green, if you're not playing this Tamer right here, I think you're in the wrong. I've seen on the Digimeta some people, even not in the JP ones, but in the US ones, they're not playing this Tamer at all. And if they are, probably a one of. I think this 4 of Mimis is just awesome. The ability to have even 3 or 4 of these out, you're going against a red player and they really need to ADP, and they play it and you just pass turn is game breaking. They literally just can't win the game after that. To pair that up, we have Kari's here. I did have this at 4. I just like it at 3 because even having all 3 out, gain 3 memory, 1 off security. You either putting them at 0 or just low like up to 1 on your turn just to pass the turn. Nothing more to say after that. And then the other spice, we are running 3 TK and Izzy. We are not running any Mem Tamers. We want to make room for these because we are having 3 options that are in green. So I'd rather just have 3 Tamers to have the chances of actually hitting it out of security or drawing and just hard playing. And also too, we are going to have our Magnas out there, or our variety of level 5s, and they're definitely going to have a level 5 or higher. So we can stack these up at 6 memory. Well, actually, 6 memory. If we can all 3 of these out, that's 6 memory. That's way more. I mean, obviously, if we had a memory tamer to pair up with these, we gain more memory, but we really don't care about our memory gauge. But that'll do for our tamers. Let's get to our option. All right, obviously we showed off the green tamers. We're just gonna show out right here. We are running 3 Grand and Soul. We took out our Holy Flame. Sorry, I always get the 2 mixed up. I was a little, you're probably like, you definitely need the Holy Flames. Honestly, I was like that too, but I tried it out, and this card here out of security is just wow. It really is. If you're not playing against, like, they don't already have set up like Genku X Antibody, yeah, this card's bad. But if they don't, tap something down and just blow a stack and shove it at the bottom of their deck, and you don't have to see it ever again. It's huge. Especially in some, like in the mirrors, whatever, you can just bottom deck their Death X, whatever, or something important that they have on the field. They're never going to see it again. Like, they can just call it back and get their Death X's back or whatever it's deleted. This just says, put it away, and we will never see it ever again. So that's why we plan it at 3. Then for our 4-ofs, we got our Flame Hell Sights here. We've seen it, we know what it does. For 6, you just play it out Avenge Kid, Angiomon, or the 1 make crack we have for our Spicy Tech Creepymon. Give something like 6,000 and so forth. There are a couple of videos out there. If you're going against Pumamons, if you play this, have a Puma on the field that prevents you for things coming out of play, like for special effects. You have to resolve this card first before deleting the Pumamon or Pillowmon if people are playing it. Because once you finish resolving this card, it's actually theoretically still in the field, just at 0. And once this is done, then that Digimon's deleted. So just keep an eye on that. Our next 4-of Chaos Degradation. Best card that come out of the starter deck for Mass A. Not a lot of cards can deal with putting something in the security. There are a lot of effects at like bottom deck or hand. This card just says, nah, I say different. Just get rid of it. Right run of the 4-of, we need it. And then after that, we got some Holy Waves here. Obviously, you need this at a 4-of because basically we have, with this 4 and then our Magna Angies, we have 8 copies of it. So, not much to say with that. Then we bumped up this card right here. I am not going to pronounce it, but this just basically does Chaos Degradation. If you have 3 or more, you give something -12, so a little lesser of the Wyron's Breath, but if you have 3 or less, top deck on the security. But if this is the 4th card in security, and this gets revealed out, you get to do both. So giving something -12 and putting some top of security is like, wow. Another back-breaking card, to be honest with you. And I don't know why, it's just uncommon. Then for our 2-ofs, I did play this at 1. I loved it at 2. When I was at Easy the other week, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to slot this at 2. And I went up against Jessamon. Back-to-back security, this and this, just wiped the whole board away. Yeah, well, there was one system on that had decoy, so like it saved like 1 extra one, but then another one got hit. It was like, bye-bye! The game's good. But a lot of people not expecting this, because, Purple Hybrid and BT7 with Cherubimon. This card was very relevant, so why not just bring it back out? And then lastly, for our 1-ofs, Reinforced Memory Boost, because it's the best mem boost. Just, look at the top 2 and put 1 in hand and 1 in security. It's great. And then gain 3 memory. And then we have our 1-off Calling, Rip Calling. I understand that this card is just broken for 1 memory, bring 2 things back. Only because if you don't have a Digimon, you can just, like, for 1 memory, get 2 of your Death X's back. And if you're playing against Crosshair, bam, bam. Yeah, I can see that being broken. It really is. So, but even if, like, if this wasn't restricted, this is still just a 1-up in the security deck. But that's basically it. This is my security deck up until BT12. So, because honestly, I think once BT12 comes around, everyone's be playing Black War, and sadly, I have to put this deck away for that whole set season until BT13 comes around, see what happens, because this deck just loses to Black War once BT12 comes around. So, if you're into sitting back and watch your opponent rip out their hair, I recommend this deck fully. This deck has not lost me games in testing yet with my private Discord, and there are some hard matchups, especially you can go up against a mirror. Yeah, we're not running a Avenge Kid, but keep in mind if you do want to run a Avenge Kid, they're going to have an Avenge Kid, and then hypothetically you both have a copy. So you have 2 and they have 2. So it's just a numbers game. Just count cards. If you're really good at that, just don't draw and recover so much. Just keep swinging and make them do all that, and then play the creepy, mill them out, and then just sit back and watch them deck out themselves. But that'll be it. Enough rambling. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Don't forget to get your geek on.